Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. As per the usual, I am Gobble as Gobble. Greetings and salutations, and welcome back. As you can see here, we are back I can't speak this morning or this evening. We are back in the island of Wak Wak Minecraft server, and we have our June update. A little late now since it's almost in August, but it'll get posted up eventually. My apologies, but we had a bunch of other stuff we were recording, so what we have today is to show off a racetrack for the first annual Island of Wak Wak Grand Prix happening August 24th. On Sunday, time to be determined still. We will have other members of the server. They will be in they'll be racing for prizes and a bunch of other stuff. So today is going to be the sneak peek for what you will see come the event in August. So without further ado, if you're enjoying the videos, please give them a like, and if you're enjoying the content, please subscribe. Helps out greatly. So let's go take a quick nap, and then we'll go over there and get a sneak peek of what we've created. Or I should say what I created. I spent probably 2-3 weeks working on this. It was 3 days. We'll call it 3 days because it was just 3 straight Fridays, about 10 to 12 hours each day on the server to get this thing built. So we're going to fly down. We have a rail line set up to get there. And we also had some other things we had to get to trigger it up. So you'll be able to see somewhat of the track in the back there. But we'll get a closer look because I think, yes, my rail cart is here. So we'll take care. I also got some armor upgrades. So I have fancy equipment now for the time being. We have majority of our creators have been hard at work, and we got a bunch of other stuff to show you. And like I said, this is the June update, and in August we will have our first event on the server, and the event will be the Grand Prix Raceway, where we will be using the robots that we have added on into the server, and this one has a modular for increased speed. So you'll be able to race these motherfuckers. It's got a very large print. Do I have a map? Nope, I have I'll have to double check. I have to probably redo the map to get the entire being of the map of the race done. So we'll have that eventually. But I have maps done, but they might be zoomed out too far. But this right here is the racetrack. Let's step up here so everybody can get a nice little view. Slow pan. And it's quite large. We have 7 robots with the modulars for speed on these, and we have an entire obstacle course set up for people to race upon. We have glass, we have fake water, we have real water. We have a little bit of everything. Stuff they will be able to see and stuff they will not be able to see. And we are in survival, so they will be racing against the elements as well. What we have are giant thing. This is just one portion of the racetrack. When we come back, if we have time, I will grab the map out and show you what the map layout is, but I believe we're going to need a better map because of the sheer size of this thing, or a different zoomed out to give the entire, because I think I zoomed the maps out too much, so I can't really tell where the track is. But we will put a map together and we'll get everything over here. So we got more obstacles over here. And I know this at least goes, it's 25 blocks wide, give or take. And it's over water, over hazards, over stuff. So all naturally occurring problem areas. Like that one. There's little pitfalls here and there. see if we can get back up on the wall. I forget that I made a majority of these walls too high for any normals to step on. So we'll have to essentially just hop on this wall, because I think the internal wall is a little bit less problematic. But it's all made out of cobblestone. And we all got this from the dig area over by the Badlands. But yeah, we have little pathways, little obstacles, little things you'll have to factor in. I can use words. And you literally have to essentially worry about speed and worry about your opponents. Because, like I said, there are areas, there's different elevations, there's everything that will cause problems. And some of it you'll be able to sort, other things not so much. You'll have to think on your feet to get the look at the best situation to deal with the problems. And we got a little turning area here. We also have bamboo area, so they'll have to navigate the bamboo. And they have the ability to increase their speed, but the mechs can jump as well. So they can do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and actually do what they deem necessary. But like I said, there's many different elevations that they have to work through. And there are places where, unfortunately, if they do fall in, they die or they take severe damage. So they have to navigate those problems as well. It's not an easy course, but it's not break your back hard. It's very flexible, and according to the right strategy and a couple practice runs, you'll be able to sort out what you need to do. I know there's a couple little things I need to modify in here, like there is a area where I need to put some slime blocks for bounciness, because they kind of have a little bit of a drop. And like I said, they have obstacles of the pandas, they have the obstacles of the bamboo, the enemies, because the entire course, you can either run it all day or at night. At night it gets very different because all the enemies that are spawning in. Right here it's the drop area where they'll need to I'll put some blocks in there to make sure they fall and take a little bit of damage, but their mechs have upgrade kits, so they're not completely trashed if they fall and take damage. So they have all that. And then we have more fake, and we also have barriers. Hidden barriers within the thing. So you can see it looks like a plinko board, but all of those that they actually will have to figure out which pathways, because there is a couple direct paths that you can take to not deal with them, or you can walk right over them. But it all leads up to another area. It's just a giant, it's more of an oval-ish, like it's got some right angles, some left angles, but overall it's just a giant-ass oval. And like I said, there's different trees, and different things in the way, and different things you have to figure out and to navigate. Why am I getting experience points? Oh, I must have killed something here that just was ignored previously. Oh well. So we got more pathways in there. Like I said, can fit about 5 to 7, and there are some areas that you can only go 1 mech wide, otherwise you can go 4 or 5. All depends how your tactics are and your trees and stuff like that, and some things will be, because you are 3 blocks high in the mech, so you have to really strategize how you want to do things. Yeah, we'll take one out for a spin as well as we get because we'll need to redo the map. So we'll come over here into another void area. More trees, more obstacles, more holes in the ground. And these mech has the ability to jump, as I said about earlier. So you have the possibility of jumping out of the holes, but you're losing time. And then we have another section of Plinko. And then it gets into the final stretch where they literally have to focus on jumping the walls with the mechs and the different elevation changes. And up to the point where this may or may not have explosions in it. So they might have to watch out for things that explode or holes that might get created. And then our cross finishing line's right here. And when they hit you'll see these tripwires when they walk through, you'll hear the click. What will happen actually is when they finish their route, finish their line, give me a firework, they will actually will have these inside the box. So every time they cross the line, depending on who it is, the box will trigger. And to signify the lap is being completed. So, and there's, like I said, there's 5 different slots here. And we have a hot tub over here for them to relax in. And we got some other stuff. Let's make that quick map really quick. I need to make a compass really quick. Let's see, I should have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 redstone. Where's my crafting table? Right there. Where is our compass? There it is. So we'll put a compass in there. We will create a new map. Actually, we need to make a locator map, so we will actually do this the correct way. We'll put that in there, and we'll create the empty locator map. And we'll pop that open. So that's level 1. Let's put it into here. Here's a level 1 map. We'll go level 2, and then we'll run. Then we will run the map. Man, it's got a little bit of, like, you could tell better on the level 2 map, but you see a little bit of that. We'll see when we do a quick, when we run it around. So we'll hit a quick nap really quick. Then we'll hop the mech and we'll roll around the course and see what the players will have to deal with. And we are 7,400 days into the server. We'll be here, there, I think we're in 9 or 10 months that the server has been active now. So it's been a great time so far. So we'll put the map in our offhand. And we'll just hop in the mech. And you see what there, the power boosts, or actually do I have my mech controller with me? Yes I do. You'll need the mech controller that will give you the ability to get your power boosts. It'll just go super fast, really quick. And it's like you can either maneuver around it or you can just say hell with it and jump over the top of it. And then you get your speed boost. And another power boost. And they could always cut them down too if they don't really like what they're dealing with. It gives them that full option to do so. But there are some places where you need to actually run around with the mech. Well, that drop's not that bad. So then they got to maneuver around the, like this would be one of the slots where they have to do that, and then they have to worry about all the pegs. And jump around, and come through. Realize that they can't fit in that current location. They have to adjust their feet. It's not necessarily timed, but they have to beat their opponent to get the prize. Alright, let's see, we gotta drop some of these. Because it's just a little bit too tall. Let's see if we can... Yeah, we were on a hill, so that made it there. Yeah, little things they'll have to figure out. The laps, they're going to be 3 laps. 3 or 4, depending on how many they want to do. That's something they will select at the start. And we're doing a little help to get them started and stuff like that, but yeah. Have the duck, dive, and dodge. Clean up a little more area. And they can't do that, so they have to jump over the wall section. Interesting moat. You can bunny hop these and keep it going. So yeah, and then they cross the line. Fireworks would trigger, and that confirms their first lap. And they all run the speed boosts off coal. So we had the 3 or 4 speed boosts. It did only cost us 2 coal, because each of the robots has a stack of coal in it. And we'll take a quick look at what the prizes are, because we have a viewer box up top here as well. We have our viewer box right here. And upon our ancient debris. Yeah, I think the map 1 was actually the better option, because it was a little more detailed. But like I said, the map, they only show half the map or something like that, so like that. But the prizes will be Sharpness 5 book, a mending book, 2 mending books, Silk Touch, Fire Protection 2, Fire Protection 2. We'll have 1 diamond, 1 gas tier, 2 end pearls, 4 prismarine shards, a block of lapis, a block of redstone, a block of copper, and a block of iron, and an extra gold medal upgrade kit. So, like I said, it's going to be it'll be very interesting to see how everybody does it. We will be recording it, and we will have an ability we'll be flying around the arena. So we'll see it from the bird's eye view of blip level. So that should be pretty interesting. And yeah, so that's gonna wrap this up. A little sneak peek of what we're going to be doing. And yeah, and like I said, this event's going to be happening August 24th, Sunday, somewhere between 6 and 10 p.m. depending on when people want to participate. It'll be recorded and then it will be up either a week or 2 after the event. We'll have one more video coming up for our July update up next, and yeah, then we'll potentially be regular programming. But we've just been working on a lot of stuff. Like I said, that took 3 days, about 10 to 12 hours per day. And that was all mined with the cobblestone. I think we burnt through 4 double chests of cobblestone, if I remember correctly, of the 75 that we have over in the Badlands. So, but we'll have, from my understanding, we'll have members of the server that haven't been on since Jump Street. So they're coming in for the event. And yeah, so we should have at least 2 or 3 racing. And I think max we'll have is 4 or 5. But yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. But anywho, that'll do it for us here. I thank you all for coming back out to the channel. And until next time, let me get up to here for a nice little view of everything. Actually, no, let's go over here. Yeah. There we go. Until next time, this is Gubble saying, have a good night, and we shall see you in the next one.